Yo, what's good? This is how I made $1,200 trading Nasdaq today. Today was honestly a really good day. We had 8:30 retail sales coming out, so a news driver definitely helps. So obviously 4 hour overall, still I would say bullish. We are continuing to just chop upwards. If you don't know anything about trading and you look at this chart, you would think we are continuing to go higher. We are in an uptrend. Um, so obviously that's how I am for there. We have this inversion gap that we've been playing in since this 4 hour. We've been playing in this inversion, and we also retrace into a fair value gap here. And I believe we did not hit 50% on the 4 hour, but we've just been trading in this 4 hour gap, order block here, inversion. A lot of things supporting price up. We have buy side up here, all time highs up here, so that's what I was looking for today. Again, we've had on the 1 hour, this is honestly a very small power three consolidation, manipulation, distribution. So that's what I was looking at there. Again, you can see the consolidation, manipulation, distribution. Obviously, I'm not trading at 6 a.m., so I'm not trading this manipulation here. But however, we still took out all the sell side. We manipulated down after consolidating, and there's buy side up here, all time highs up here. This is not all time highs, no. This is the 4 hour buy side I was looking at. I didn't want to hold my trade all the way up here. I'll get into that, but these were the two targets I had, my two draws. I was bullish, so I wanted some sort of sell side to be taken out. We had data lows that were taken out pre-market, so I'm like, all right, I got to reassess. Then we took out data highs, so I'm like, all right, now we really got to assess. Are we going to continue to go higher? On 5 minute, there was a fair value gap here that we could have retraced into in a discount, which is what I looked at. On the 1 minute, there was also a low here, so that's what I was looking at. Ended up selling off. Now, a lot of people might like want to go long at this fair value gap here to the buy side or to even up here, and I would say you're kind of stupid because first off, it's 9:32, market's very volatile. Second off, we just took out data highs, so we're gonna have at least some sort of retracement. We're gonna want to seek some sort of sell side liquidity, which is why obviously I don't know why anyone would want to enter here after we just took buy side. Um, so if you entered here, you would have just gotten instantly ran through, stopped out. We end up taking out my sell side liquidity right before the macro, perfect timing. We end up displacing very high. However, we trade into a bearish gap, and obviously I'm bullish. Obviously, we swept out sell side liquidity, so we can expect higher prices. But we cannot forget the fact that we are trading inside a bearish gap, and we are trading into a premium. So cases may be if we do want to end up going lower and my bias is wrong, we would respect this gap. So I did not want to enter at that low fair value gap. I wanted to wait for some rejection out of it because again, we are trading in a premium of this leg. Yeah, we swept out sell side, but if the market truly wants to go lower, it would respect it and go lower and end up taking this sell side or whatever is left down there. So you have to wait. You have to wait for it to invalidate this. Obviously, there isn't a market structure shift yet either. We just are retracing. It's not a market structure shift. Yeah, we create a fair value gap, but just because there's a fair value gap after sweeping sell side doesn't mean it's going to get respected. You know what I mean? We have to have the other confluences in play. A market structure shift, not bearish PD race holding price down. So I wanted to wait for an invalidation or just a market structure shift. So we trade into the fair value gap. I'm obviously watching. We just get into the macro, and I just want to see how it reacts off of it. We end up getting this insane rejection out of it, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna go higher from there. I just enough market experience. You see a candle rejection like this off a fair value gap, and it's pretty safe to say it's gonna get respected or it's a high probability trade. We didn't invalidate it yet, so this was more of a I didn't risk more, but it was a riskier trade because we didn't make a market structure shift and we didn't invalidate the fair value gap yet. But it was a very strong rejection, and that subbed out for it. So I entered like midway through the candle. We instantly like tear up. We make another fair value gap. We invalidate this one. We retrace into it. I'm not worried about it because this was like it was like at break even here. Stops were below this fair value gap that was respected, so I was pretty safe. We end up rejecting this BPR very well. We take out this little small minor buy side and then start retracing. At this point, once we take this out, I'm break even. My stops break even, and then we get this terrible looking candle for bullish, and we start selling off. We almost stopped me out break even, which I was kind of getting worried out about, but we respect the fair value gap and BPR still. And then we just smooth sailing right to TP. Um, it was a really this was a textbook trade, honestly. You know, you move your stop once it breaks a new high. You just let it sit. You don't get scared that the price is moving down on you because you have to realize where it's going to. It's coming to a fair value gap just to go higher. It needs to come take more orders to go to more money. And hits TP, and now look, we're not really continuing higher. So I would say this is a very good trade. Yeah, I didn't follow my textbook model, but part of being a trader is knowing when to like how to navigate your model. And in this scenario, yeah, there wasn't a market structure shift. Yeah, there wasn't a invalidation of that fair value gap, but the rejection we got off that bullish fair value gap was insane. So I have to notice that and see, okay, we got a really good rejection. We're probably going to end up going higher. Um, Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's like some crazy news, so I won't be trading that day. However, I will make a trade recap on the market, but I will not be participating in it. Thursday's Juneteenth, so it's a bank holiday, I think, and then Friday I'll be open to taking trades. So